It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Jaguars. All that and more coming up next.
The Jags defense ready to go here in the Sunday night opener to this new season. And the one to focus on will be this man in his 7th season now at cornerback.
And there's pressure on every rookie in the NFL, but when you're a first-round pick, there's a little extra pressure that comes along with it. And the expectation is you're going to come in and be a big-time contributor right from the beginning and eventually become a franchise pillar in the long term. We know he's got the raw talent. Now, can he prove it over the long haul?
Stroud sets up the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Now Stroud. Taking a shot for down here. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've got to defend a very short field here. 1st and 10 already in the red zone. On 1st down, Kidd. Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. And they're playing with a lead here in this 1st quarter as this drive gets underway. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He'll try the left side. Kidd. And some room to work. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 29-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stroud to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That is caught by Dell. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And Stroud now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Lawrence. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Third and goal, Stroud. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kidd. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, Kidd. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll be looking to be the aggressors here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Stroud out of the gun here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Here's Stroud. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Swatting that one away was Kayvon Thibodeau. Second and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lawrence. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 31, Stroud. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Stroud got his man, Dell. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. And now here's a carry heading left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half, and they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud over the middle, complete. It's Lawrence. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now a give, right side. Kidd. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Play action. Stroud now. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. They'll run on first down. Kidd. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have taken. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll see what they can do in trying to force a stop as this drive starts 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
73 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Stroud off the play fake.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Page. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Stroud working out of the gun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Up the middle they go. Kidd.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
In motion, the tight end. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Lawrence. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
From the gun on third down. Stroud flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Fighting through pressure. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
How is that legal contact on me, dog?
Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stroud throwing the out route and complete. That's Lawrence. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lawrence. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lawrence. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Lawrence. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stroud. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Again, it's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He finds his man complete. It's Lawrence. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd and 12, Stroud. He finds his man complete. That's Lawrence. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down and 4, Stroud. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kidd. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lawrence. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, Kidd. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Antonio Johnson makes the stop.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 5 now. Stroud firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Kidd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll be looking to get off the field quickly here as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Page. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. It's Page. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle they go. Kidd. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll try the left side. Kidd. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Gets past one man. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Texans. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime.
They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. The tight end, Allen, in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there. It is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they cut. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down. Now give on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll have a long... Drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll get this out to the left flat. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They're going to get the conversion here on third down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line. Slot man in motion right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Sending a receiver right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. On play action, and he's going to be taken down. Well, we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about.
How's that legal contact?
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Man, that shit is scripted like a motherfucker, bro.
The speed on display. He's in.
Legal contact.
Touchdown, Saints. That his first touchdown.
Man, that shit was scripted like a motherfucker. Ain't even gonna count.
So now this.
I know y'all seen that shit.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
God damn.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle. 2nd and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the... Now, problems. He loses the football near his own goal line.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
Yeah, he was down.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Handoff here, up the middle. That one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Room to run at the 40. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Saints 1st down. The tight end, Allen, in motion. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The tight end motioning left here. On 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to...
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up third and short.
And he is going to have the Saints first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end, Allen, in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Motion man, set right. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a handoff, running right. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them. But give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Now, this looks like a design run. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. 3rd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. So now this handoff as they try to run it here. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. Oh, big hole left side. He's inside the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. The tight end, Allen, in motion. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The tight end, Allen, in motion. Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, so now here's a run going left. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The tight end, Allen, in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
Damn, bro.
So now to the ground, a 1st down run. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. The tight end, Allen, in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now,
so now this off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now a give up the middle. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. The tight end, Allen, in motion. Now, faking the give. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
if they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of...
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll throw out of the gun. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The tight end, Allen, in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the...
They'll drop to throw. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Allen in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Oh, and he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. They'll run here. Not much. Second and long coming up. Now timeout call. Let's see. You're looking at a long field goal drive here. This might be one final heave to the end zone.
Field goal. That's game. Shit, this is 31. Shit, that's game.
So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This one went down to the wire. They're able.
Damn, bro.
The Jaguars defense set to defend this first possession here in front of the home crowd. And the one to watch in the secondary will be this man, a longtime veteran of the league at corner.
And boy, has his game grown. When he came into the league, we knew he could play zone and make plays looking back into football. But his man-to-man skills have increased so much that his defensive coaches have been more aggressive up front and left him on an island more often.
Here's Richardson to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Richardson looking to throw this. It's caught. Mitchell. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You look at this Jaguar defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on, reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback. That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to try. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll try to put together a stop as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it, and the Jags grab it.
No.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. No. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
No, that's crazy. Where are these niggas going?
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. Now Richardson. Robinson hauling it in outright. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. On the option left, Richardson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Hands it off out of the gun. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Richardson steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for
the Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They may be looking to bring some pressure here as they've got this offense back to... Here's Richardson throwing to start the drive. It's complete to Robinson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. Staying on his feet. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Richardson out of the shotgun. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On on second down, they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Richardson working from the gun. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. To throw is Richardson. Throwing to start the drive. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL, but just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. And they'll come up, 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And he will take this.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy.
Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel.
Bro.
They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had the pick 6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and win. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson looking middle, and that's complete. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Back to throw, Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another side. Richardson throwing to start the drive. A short one here, caught by McBride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Wan'Dale Robinson. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey McBride, a 22-yard touchdown. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Goes right back to McBride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Richardson dancing to his left.
Bro, they just standing there watching this nigga run, bro. Like, come on, bro.
His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Damn, they just standing there watching dog run.
Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
Hmm.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Man, bro, come on, dog.
Inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Richardson to throw.
Come on, bro. He's just watching this motherfucker run, bro.
Made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Running, bro. He running. God damn.
This one is down he goes. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Richardson looking to throw.
He's running, bro.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's
about time, boy. Bro, how the fuck?
The penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Illegal contact. Man, bro. Well, they do that shit every time.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game.
Every fucking time, bro.
He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Yeah, back out cheating ass up.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Damn, bro.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
He running, bro.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Richardson looking to throw this. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson
running, bro.
Away to his left. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line.
Damn, good play.
4th down after a offensive one.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense.
Good fucking play, dog.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
God damn,
yards
dog.
rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36
running back, bro.
first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Play y'all, boy.
In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Running that bitch again, y'all.
He'll get the carry.
Play.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that.
Bro, he running, he fucking running, bro. Damn.
And he'll be taken down, but not before
Fuck, they just standing there watching.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Damn. What's all this motherfucker doing?
Down, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Look at this shit, bro.
From the
Running.
gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take
Stop,
this across
man.
midfield
Stop.
into Jacksonville territory.
Fucking stop,
After
dog.
getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. There goes a deep
Man, they better not
ball.
catch that bitch out there.
And that is
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Indianapolis.
Man,
Now
bro.
Mitchell, 48 yards. And
Man.
the Colts answer back with a
Dog, what the fuck, bro? Like, be for real, dog.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game.
What the hell? Running, bro.
He's brought
Damn.
down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Oh, shit, back up. Oh. They almost took the ball outside, bro.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake.
Sack, bro.
Jaguars sack.
Damn, what?
Give that sack to the Kobe D.
Sack, soldier.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Running that bitch.
Handoff out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Oh, what the fuck they doing, bro?
They come in a little bit high. They don't
Man, bro, what kind of shit is that, bro?
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Here comes second down at 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Here comes second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right back to him on first down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've been... They'll try to run this one in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll be summoned one more time here in the final minute of this football game. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And they will take a knee here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close